Hello everyone, this is the UI that you will be seeing today. So we will start with this page. We will have custom fonts, we will have custom app bar, we will have rich text, we will have custom shapes. When I click on this, we will navigate to second screen. We will have this type of UI, and when you click on this, we will have your third UI. You can scroll this, you cannot scroll this. You will learn about fractional sized box, and this is custom app bar, custom text, custom images. It's very nice UI. I hope you definitely enjoy this video. Do subscribe to my channel if you like the video. If you like my content, do subscribe to my channel, as well as you can hit the like button if you really enjoy this video till the end of your journey. And do not forget to hit the bell icon so that you never miss out the content that I post, and also share with your friends. So let's begin. To start with the project, we will go to pubspec.yml, okay, and change this to 2.7.0. I'm running on stable version. uh, when I create the project, it comes out as 2.1.0. I've changed it to 2.7.0. Coming down, your assets. So we need a lot of images for this design, and I have captured all these images. So you can go to the assets folder. I will upload this to GitHub so you can check out later. These images I have taken out, and it took a while to figure out these type of images which will come here. And this image is not exactly available on Google, so I took another image. Rest all these images are also similar way. Okay, so I have added in this assets, and the image that we will be using first is this elephant. So it is here. Okay, you can see this. Now let's come to main.dart. We have this lib folder, and in pubspec.yml we will uncomment this, and we can use our assets. Okay, now coming to the design, we have three pages here, 1 2 3. So I have already created 3 pages, only the empty files. So this will be my landing screen. So let me just update that, and we will create an image. We will take these two text, and this button and the app bar. Okay, so first let's hit the image. Okay, so we will take image asset, and where we will have elephant dot jpg. Let's see the extension correctly. So it is jpg, right? And let's see the output of this first. Before that, in main.dart you have to remove your scaffold, and you have to use landing screen here. Okay, also I have added a debug show check mode banner false, so that the banner which comes on the right top corner is also removed. Now if I refresh, I see something like this. Okay, so we are good on the image side, but we need to fit it, right? So uh, we have to give some height to it. So if I give 100 height, it will be like this. Okay, so it is taking full screen height, so let's take that. Okay, so since the image is not coming proper, so let's see the Flutter inspector. I want to show you something. So image takes the whole screen, but your image size is not equal to your screen size. That's why it has come in center. Okay, uh, so what you need to do is you have to use fit for this, which will be box fit dot fit height, so that it fits the height and matches the width accordingly. Okay, and now this looks proper. Now we need to go further and add this custom app bar, which will be usable everywhere. It's just the opacity that has to be changed. So this and this is a common thing, so we'll create a common folder. Let's create a folder, a directory, which will be common, or you can name it as widgets also. So I will name it as a new file I will take, which will have custom app bar. Okay, and of course this has to have a size, otherwise no, it is not needed, sorry, it's not needed because we are not going to use this thing as an app bar. It is a child of a column. Okay, so let's take a container with some padding, and it will have only top, left, and right padding, because top is needed, because in our phones we have this safe area, right? So we have to encounter this space. So we'll have top as 48, left as 16, which is a common thing, right as 16. Now we will lay out our child. Okay, so as you can see here, I'm zooming it. So this is a planet, we love the planet, and this is the icon. Okay, so definitely it's divided into row, okay, which has a spacer in between and a text widget as a column. Now there are two things we can do. We can take this whole thing as one, which we will do it right now. Okay, so I'm going to take rich text, okay, which takes in text, and it sorry, it takes children, so it will be, yeah, text span, which takes children. Okay, then again this takes text span, which takes text. Okay, I will apply fonts later on, but right now in the text field we can give a string. So I will give a planet style, can create, or we can do one thing, we can go to utils, which I have already created this folder. So we will create a dart file which will hold all the text styles for us. Okay, so here I'm going to show you how you can put your styles in a separate file and use them everywhere in the project. Now I will create a constructor which is private and which cannot be called from other outside world, means it this class cannot be instantiated. So all the fields have to be static here. Okay, now I will take const here, and no, I cannot take const because I'm going to initialize the text style. So I will have to take final, and there will be a text style which will be you can say app name text style, right? That's the app name, and we're going to, yes, now we need to give font size, which will be, you can say 18, and boldness will be 800 as I no, and color, so color can be white, right? Let's see how we will add this opacity. Once we create this, we will see how we add the opacity. Okay, coming back to custom app bar, this text style that we have created, how you can use it. So basically text styles which you have created, import that file and use this. Okay, so this is how you will apply the text style, and as I said, it's accessible because it's a static. And one more thing, as I said, you cannot instantiate your text styles. Okay, this will be wrong statement because the compiler says that does not have a default constructor, because we have overridden it with this underscore thing. Okay, then after doing we have added this text. Now we need to add a next line. So we are going to add this, which will add a next line to it, and then we need the tagline of the application, right? So the tagline is we love the planet, so it is we love the planet. Okay, now since we are using this string, why not we move it to a utils page, utils directory. So let's create another, sorry, let's create another dart file which will be strings. So we are going to hold all our strings here, and we are going to create a strings class which will be also having all the strings as static. Okay, so final string sorry, static const string, and here you are going to have app name as app planet. Okay, sorry, a planet. Yeah. Okay, so this is our app name. Then we are going to have a tagline, which is we love the planet. Okay, so I have added two strings as of now, and how you can access them, similar way that you have accessed the text style. Okay, strings dot tagline, minimizing this and this. So we have these two, we have our left part done. Now let's add an icon, which will be menu icon, and color of that also will be white. Okay, fine. Let's use this here in our landing screen. So uh, in our landing screen we have this image, right? This is definitely a background. So why not we create a stack, and our background is this. Everything will be coming on top of this. Okay, so we will choose a column now, and we will have multiple children here. So our first child will be our custom app bar, right? Now let's see the output. So we are able to see something like this, which is nice. But we have done one mistake, which is if you come to custom app bar, we have not added, we have used the previous text style itself. So we have to create another text style like this. Go to text style, copy this, okay, and then you can have font size as 14 or probably 12, and you can increase this as 20, right? And the boldness can also be removed, can be taken down to 400. And let's restart the app. Yeah, it looks good now. We can do one more thing. Since as per the design it is taking, the width of this is almost similar to this, so text size has to be changed again little bit. We will hot restart. So whenever you are changing text styles in a separate file, you have to hot restart the app. Okay, so still it is little bit. Yes, now it is proper. And if you see the output, it is like this. Okay, so this much is the space it is taken by our app bar. Now in future we will need a opacity also, because it is opaque, and this is not opaque, right? So we will, and yes, so let's wrap this in opacity and give it 0.5 to it, and let's see how it looks. It looks great, right? But the thing is, your a planet means this wheel of the planet is not at all visible. Let us make it this one, which is okay. But if you see, the color is not white. So this is white, but this is not white. And also there is some weight, so we can use this, and we can use with opacity 0.5 for our a planet as well. So that this takes the background, right? This is perfect thing. It is taking the background color now. Yeah, great. So this is good. Now we will add these texts. Okay, so let's head on to landing screen. Before that, let's add some more strings which we will need definitely. So my next will be ready to watch. So it will be ready to watch, right? And it has a question mark. Then you can say ready to watch description, and this is the text. Sorry. So I have already copied the text in my clipboard. Yeah. So this is the text, right? Okay, fine. And after that, we also need start enjoying. So head on to landing screen. We have first item here. We will give a space to it, and then we will take a rich text. Okay, so for rich text syntax, again I can copy this whole thing because it will reduce some time. Okay, so here we don't need so our text will be, ready to watch, and here it will be ready to watch description. Of course, you need different text styles, so head on to this, and it can be a heading or big heading text style because it is the biggest text in whole of your app, and this is considered a heading, so it is a bigger heading, and I will say it is around 40. Boldness, it is highest boldness. Sorry for the sound, guys. And then we'll have, a body text style, which is a normal body. uh, so this will be body 1, this will be body 2, something like that. We will add it later on, and it will be 18 or 16. Boldness is not there, so but still the text should be visible. That's why we'll add something because the background is a little bit lighter, so we'll add this much. Let's see how it goes on. And in the landing screen we are going to use body text style, and for this we are going to use big heading text style. Okay, now let's see the output. So this is how the output is. Of course the text style has to be increased a lot, right? Because it should come in the two lines. It is right now coming in one line, as well as we need some margin as well that we will add later. Let's play with the text style. Let's make it 50. Right now we can make it as 60 so that it's proper. Right, it's nice, and this also is okay. And weight, we can reduce to 400. Looks good. Now what we'll do is, in our landing screen, we are done with the column item. We are done with this text. And next thing that we will have to add is this one and this one. Now when I'm talking about this, it should be on top of everything, right? So we can do one thing. We can take this on the stack and leave it for the column, right? So in this our rich text, we will add another text span, which will be start and join. Sorry, the landing screen, start and join, and the text style will be, you can say button text style because that's almost a button, and it is 22 900. Okay, so let's see the output. Yeah, we can see here, but we need one line also here, maybe 2 lines. Oh, okay. So I will not use text span because it is, what is happening with the text span. Um, it's okay then. Yeah, it's okay. We will actually we will wrap this in a padding widget. So let's wrap this, and we will take symmetric, or only it will have bottom. So why I am taking this 30 to bottom? Because I need some gap from bottom, right, and from left as well as from right hand side. So from left also I will take 32, and right also I will take 32, right? Now let's see the output. Should be proper. Yeah, this is pretty much very nice. We have to play with the text style, so let's use button text style. Yeah, it looks good. I think it's too much weight that I have given here. Okay, so this is fine. Now I will add the fonts just now, but let's complete the layout of this first. And yes, so you can see that this whole widget is responsible for, you know this complete thing, right? So it is good that we can move this widget anywhere on the page. That's why it is better to use text span for most of the text. Okay, then if you can group these, that's why it is better. And we are also reducing the number of child that we have, right? It has only 3 child now, right? After this column, we need something extra on top of it, right? So we will position uh, from bottom. We need so I'm now we'll add this from bottom. It is 0, and it will be actually something in minus, but right now let me add at the bottom right portion. Then the child will be a circular container, okay, which has shape as circle, and color you can say we will have to define that color. But as of now, since I have not defined it, let us take it as off white. So it will be white, or let's define it. So I will tell you how I take the colors from the dribble. So this is the color, right? It is D3A070. So this is D3A070. Of course, there will be some discrepancy. So with opacity, I will take something, right? Okay, fine. After this, we have to give the width also. So width will be 100, height will be 100, and let's see the output. So this is my output, which is nice. We need to move it something to right hand side and also to the bottom. But before that, let us take a child, which will be icons dot right arrow. So for me, it should be arrow, this one, arrow forward. Color will be white, right? And the size of it should be at least 80, since 80 is too much. Should be 60, which is okay. And now we need to move this um, minus 40 and minus 40. Okay, so we are almost there. 30, 30, which is okay. We need to reduce the size to 40, but again it's in center, right? So we need to make it not in center. So let's try align for that. Will it work? Well, I don't know. Alignment, uh, so alignment dot top left. So it works, right? But top left is not the thing that we can have. Center is not the thing. So we will have to have a custom alignment, and custom alignment means x and y. So this is my 0 0 position. If you can see, this is the center is my 0 0 position. I will have to move top and left. So for that, minus 0.5. Let's see. Yes, it has moved left. Similarly, minus 0.5. This is proper. We can add something to the x, right? Yeah, this looks good, as well as this looks nice. So this is it. We are done with this, but we need to add the fonts. So head on to Google Fonts, and you can see many fonts there, of course. But the most matching one which I could found was, means I can see that this T, T has a dash, which is not completely cutting the T. So I can see T is there for Balu Thambi too, and going more down, I could see Ubuntu was there. So Ubuntu is a very nice font, as I've used Linux for many years. So you can download the family. It will download a zip file for you. The zip file I have downloaded directly to the assets folder, which is this. You can unzip it, and once you have unzipped, you can delete the folder, delete the zip file, and the Ubuntu full, all the fonts will be there for you. Now you need to go to pubspec.yml, and you need to uncomment these lines and be specific with the number of backspaces you are using. Okay, so if you are using 2, be sure with that, because there are some indentation issues with pubspec.yml. Font family, we will name it as Ubuntu, and the location is assets slash Ubuntu, and it is Ubuntu regular TTF. You can cross check here. Right now you need not to add all the things like weight and something like that. It is working without that also. Now go to text styles, apply font family to all of your fonts. Okay, since one thing, we can add to font family here as well, but we are not using theme data dot off context dot some text style. Okay, that's why we need to give font family to all of these separate text styles. So add to all. Okay, right? So at one place you have added all the text styles, you have edited them with Ubuntu font family. You can probably close this. Now in the landing screen, if you hot reload the app, hot restart the app, just watch out at the right hand side. Yeah, before that, so we need to actually update the dependencies. Of course, we have added fonts and the proper address for that. After that, you can hot restart the application. It's not running. Probably, let's see the error. Ubuntu zip not found. So who is finding that? Cannot find path. Unable to get a status of file. Where I'm using that? I'm not using zip file anywhere. So probably that's a mistake from the ID. Let's see. So the folder name is correct. Assets into regular should work. So by doing this, all the fonts will automatically be changed with Ubuntu text style, and the weights will be applied accordingly. Okay, just wait for 1 or 2 seconds more. Yes, so all our fonts are changed. Okay, so the UI looks pretty awesome. Now definitely we need to move to the second page, right? Let's move to that file now. So the second file is choose plan screen. Okay, in this screen we have background. So we are again we will take a scaffold, and then the body of that will have a stack. Okay, and you can say either you can also give background color to the stack, right? So the same color that we used for our this thing, no, it's not the same color. So probably this is the color. Let's take this B98959. So B98959, and in landing screen, of course, when you click on this button, we have to navigate to choose a plan screen, right? So we will move there. On the position in the container, we will wrap this with inkwell, and in the on tab we'll do navigator dot off context dot push, and then okay, right. So this is the bare minimum code to navigate from one screen to another screen. So if I run it again, and now if I click on this, I will move to the second screen, and we can see that the background is pretty much okay. Just don't go with the background, it doesn't matter. I just want to show you the UI. So you can anyways head on to this scroll to this thing, and you can see the colors, any color you can try, right? And okay, so we have a stack. Now do we need a stack? Yeah, we need, because this button will be on the top layer, and everything else will be on the bottom layer. Okay, so right now our first child will be a column which will have this app bar, as we have already created this, so it's a custom app bar. Okay, then there will be a title. So let's see the output first. Okay, pretty fair enough. Then we have a choose a plan screen, right? So we'll create a text with strings dot choose a plan right? And this we will declare definitely. So let's give text style, or yeah, as I said, we are going to use text style from our text style file, which is so let's decide which type of category it is. It is somehow you can say it's a title. So title text style, okay, or we will name it as heading, and this one will be title. Okay, so let me zoom it. So I'm saying that this is your title, your heading, and this is your title and subtitle. Okay, let's see how it goes. uh, let's head on to strings dart and declare this text there. Choose a plan, choose a plan, right? And then in the text styles also, we need to copy any one of these, and so heading should be 24. Let's see, and let's see the output. So it's heading text style. Yeah, proper. Nice. Let's run it. So if I navigate, okay, nice. In this column, we will have a size box so that there is some gap. It will be somewhere around 10. And then we also need to make this column have cross-axis alignment as start, so that this text starts from left hand side. Now, what you can do is add padding to this element by using padding widget. Okay, and so it will be symmetric, horizontal, take it as 16, and let's see the output. Yeah, it is proper. One thing, since we are using padding, so we don't need size widget. What we will do is we will add a vertical padding as well, which will be 10. So we have sufficient gap on top as well as at the bottom, right? So we have this gap. Now this gap is too much, so we will do 24 so that it looks, yeah, it is relevant. Now let's add a common widget. 1 2 3 4 times it is used. So head on to the common folder, create subscription um, subscription container, right? Subscription container, and the common things that it needs to draw is this thing: text, amount, and a image, right? So final string, amount, text, and image path. All these are strings, so we will store them in one go. Okay, let's format the file. Now we need to have a container which will have box shape. We will remove. We will use border radius, which will be 30. You can say it's very less border, so we are going to use 8, and there will be an image. So decoration image we are going to use. Okay, this will be asset image if I'm not wrong. Yes, and the image path. Okay, let's see how it goes. So we have added a decoration image, then the child of it will be a row. Okay, uh, and we will add two elements here, text and the amount. So text widget, which will hold text, and similarly one more widget which will hold amount, and of course a space between these two, right? um and then we have little margin from padding from left and right side, and as well as from right hand side. So there are two ways probably we can wrap this everything in a center. Let's see how it goes, then we will work on it. So before that, let me create another two text styles for these two things. Okay, so this is my subscription text style, and another one will be subscription amount text style. Of course, amount text style is almost greater than this, so it will be 26, and it is lesser than this, so it can be 20, right? And boldness, of I think it's same. No, nothing to change there. Okay, style, text styles dot, so it's your subscription text style, and this will be subscription amount text style, right? Now we need to call this, right? So we will head on to this padding widget. After this, we need to add a subscription container. Here we need to add first let's import this. We need to add text, which will be strings dot week subscription. Okay, right? So go to strings and create 4 strings. One month, 3 months, 6 months. Okay, 1 month. Right. Then okay, we'll go to choose plan screen and add these. So week subscription amount for that is 1.99. Okay, since it has to be a string then. And one thing, we also have to add dollar sign. So we'll add a string and we will add backslash dollar and then dollar. Okay, so this dollar will be a string and this will be your variable. Plus I think there should be some space. Yeah, there's little bit. Anyways, fine. Similarly, we also have to add image path, right? So assets, and then we will see. So for that it is lion. No, it's this one, weekly. Yeah. Okay. So names also have mentioned like the same thing. So it's weekly. Um, of course, I should add some margin because there is one margin from the top and bottom as well as from the left and right hand side. So this is very less. We can add it as 4, so that top and bottom will compare 4, and then this will be 16, right? So I will use symmetric, horizontal 16, vertical as 4. Fine. And padding we will see later. So let me add 4 items. Four point three nine, 9.99, and 30. This will be 6 monthly. Okay, I didn't add JPG. 3 monthly. And 1 monthly is also there. Okay, I think I missed that image. So we'll use the repeated one. Oh, it's monthly, 3 monthly. Okay, so monthly dot jpg, 3 monthly dot jpg, and 6 monthly dot jpg. Okay, so let's run it. Okay, it's very bad. Okay, no problems. So it turns out that this image is not proper. It's not working that way. So we'll go to our subscription container. It's not nothing to worry about. We probably have to give the size of it or something like that. So width maybe we can give as double dot max finite. Will it work? So it's not working. So basically what we will do, it's very easy to do that. We will not use image as like this. Okay, we are going to have a stack then. Okay, or sorry, yeah, we can have a stack. So the first child, the last child will be row, and the first child will be our image asset, which will be the image path. Okay, let's see the output. Okay, fine enough. Okay, so this is the issue. We will see. We have to first fix the height and width of this. It is taking all the space. So we are going to give some height to it. Now the height can be 200. Let's see how it goes. Okay, and fit will be box fit dot fit width this time. Or it turns out that we need to give width as well, so that it is bound to those dimensions, and then we have to use fit width so that it is fixed with the width, and height is also fixed. If I don't give fit width, then you can see that it is in center, and it just takes whatever relevant aspect ratio it has to take. Okay, so I will use box width. Now how to decide what is the width of this? So basically, if you can see here, it is right margin, but we need something extra here. So what we will do, we have horizontal margin 16. Okay, and we can get the width of the screen, right, which will be media query dot of context dot size dot width, right? Now we will do width minus 32, because 16 from here, 16 from here, which will be perfect for this, right? And now we can see that vertical is also very less. We have just increased it. Now how we decide that what is the height of it? So I can say that you can take any screen, and probably what you will do is take some portion of the height. So you take height. Okay, so what do you think? Does it take 70% of the screen? Yes, for me it does this. So let's multiply height by 70%, and let's see the output if it is perfect. So probably no, not sorry, don't divide it by 70%. You further divide it by 4. Okay, because it will be like this complete thing is taking 70%, then each of this should take out of 4, right? So it should be divided by 4, and this should be your perfect height. You can reduce this so that we can accommodate these two things as well, right? So for me, this is working fine. Now we can see that there is no curved radius here, so border radius is getting overridden by the image asset. So we will wrap this with clip r rect, which will form which will actually clip it with a rounded rectangle. And what will be the rounded rectangle's border radius? It will be same as this one. Okay, so now if you see, there is a curve, right? So this makes things okay. Also, I feel that scaffold background color is too bold, that we hardly are able to see anything, right? So we will make something opaque. So it will be 8 or 9. Let's see. This looks a bit more dark. It's darker. So let it be. Let it be that color itself. We need to add something on top of this because text is not visible. So we need to add some layer on top of our text, on top of the image, so the text is visible. Okay. So to do that, we will wrap this with color filtered. Okay. And here we are going to add color filter, which will be color filter dot mode. Okay, and color will be black. I will show you what does it do. So it will be blend mode, source atop. I don't know the science behind this, but source atop is working. So if I do this, black color is completely on top of your container, okay, your image. So we need to make some opacity adjustment here. So if I do this, it's darker. If I do this, it's more darker, which looks okay as compared to this image. It is also a bit darker. So we can do this, right? And yeah, now we need to make these row items in the center. So as I said, let us try the center widget. If it has some issues, no, so it's not working that way. Okay, does it have, oh sorry, okay, so we will remove the center, and we will play with something else. So we should have a container which will make it no. Okay, so center doesn't work at all here. Do we have legacy to use align? Alignment dot center. No, so this is also not working. Okay, fine. Now we will add so what we can do, so just a small mistake. Since we are in a stack, why we are searching for center or align? We have this beautiful widget which is position, and it is very relevant to use position. Now if you use Flutter inspector, and if you click in any one of them, you can see that this row's height and width is this much, right? If I am able to increase the height of this row to the bottom of to complete stack to complete image height, then it will be very nice, right? So I will add top as 0, bottom as 0, left as 0, and right as 0. So now if I run it, you can see that my Flutter inspector now will show that my row is having this much width and height. Now it becomes easy to, it automatically comes in center by default. Okay, so it is in center. Now we need to play with the container which holds everything, and or probably what we can do is we can use left and right so that these both the things come in center. Okay, so you increase it and it will be like this. Fine. Okay, so this is nice, it looks good. Now we need to add the same thing that we added in this page. Okay, so here, since we are in a choose planet screen, we are in a column. Now it's time to use that our position widget again, because we want to position these two elements, and definitely I will add a row which in this position widget. So it will, bottom will be 0, its right will be 0, left will be 0, and top will be depending on whatever height it has. Okay, so it will be row children, and then I will go to landing screen and copy these two items. So where is that? Yes, so this is my text. Okay, so I will copy this, come back here, text, which will be this. Of course, left I can use as 32 or 16, so that I have something from left hand side which will act as a margin now. Okay, right? So basically I'm saying that this is margin, so left will start from here, even right from right hand side I don't need any margin. Okay, fine. So other than start enjoying, we will have last step to enjoy. Okay, so it will be okay, we will come back here, last step to enjoy, same button text style. Coming back to landing screen, we will have this position. Now of course we will not need this position here. Yeah, we will need it. So slight correction, this position is okay, we don't need row. Okay, right also we don't need, that is fine. We will add another position widget. So let's see the output first. If you're getting confused, this is the position of it. Okay, so I gave bottom as 16, I can give as 32, so that it comes here, right? Or maybe more than that, so it comes little bit on top. After this I need to add one more position widget which will be similar to this one, and just adding it like this, and just yeah, super. So it has come here beautifully. Color, of course there is some issues with the color. It is taking color from background, and this color is not correct as far as I can see. So maybe you can correct it. Probably this is the color of our button, right? So let's change it everywhere. DAD4CC. Okay, so it is DAD4CC. Let's see whether it works. Yeah, it looks correct. So heading to landing screen, make the same changes here, right? And hot restart the application. We are done with the second screen as well, and this looks great, right? Yeah, proper. Now we need to handle click of this, and we need to move to the last screen. Okay, I've collected two more images. So one is tiger, okay, for this, and other one is this, a group of animals. So we will design this now. Let's head on to the third page, which is dashboard screen. So once you are done with all these steps, means all the getting started steps, you need to head on to the dashboard screen. Okay. Okay, so we are taking scaffold again, body, and then again we will take a stack. So basically this stack is just okay. Before that, add a background color to the stack that we did here. Then in this stack, so we are dividing the screen into two parts. This is top part, and from here it is the bottom part. Okay, so it will be fractionally sized box. So I will take two fractionally sized boxes. Okay, one will have height factor of 0.4 or 35. Other one will have, or yes, one will have 4. Other one will have 0.65. Why I am taking 5? First, let me just show you what the output will be for this. Okay. So let me take some colors here. Colors dot red. So I'm explaining the concept first, then I will go with the further coding. Okay. Okay. And we need to call this dashboard screen when the button is clicked. Okay. So I'm running the application again. If I click on this page, if I click on this, so this is the thing that I was showing you. Okay, so come back to dashboard screen. Height factor 0.4 and this height factor 0.65. Of course, it is not working as I thought. So we will going to use alignment dot top center for the first one, and alignment dot bottom center for the second one. And if I run this, it's again not proper. Okay. Okay. Yeah. We also need to use fit, which will be this one. So now this is proper. So basically, if you can understand this, 0.40 part of the screen is taken by the top part, 0.65% of that part is taken by the green part, and the 0.5 part, which is overlapping, is being shown by the green part because that is on top. So if you select red one, you can see that this is the height of red one and this is the height of green. Of course, green is shown because it is put at the end. That's why. Okay, so we are going to deal with that in some moment of time. Instead of this child, we are going to take again. We will have a column. So if you can see the design now, our app bar with no opacity and this background image as well as this text. So we are further going to have a column, and yes, so let's have column which will have custom app bar. Now this custom app bar should have some opacity passed in. Okay, so it should be 0. It should be 1 for this page, right? And for rest all the pages, it should be by default whatever it is. So we will head on to this custom app bar and try to add a field which will be final double opacity. Okay, and the default value will be what we have given 0.8. Okay, so that the other files need not to be changed if you are adding something. So this is what you can, this is good way to code that your other parts are not broken, right? Then after this custom bar, you will of course have a spacer, or you will not have a spacer, you will have expanded widget, because I want that this text should take rest of the screen, right? It should be child text strings dot welcome to a planet. Okay, and the style will be text styles dot the big heading, the same heading that we have here is used here. Okay, and then we have to add this text, welcome to a planet, welcome to a planet, welcome to new planet. Okay, so the text will be welcome to new a planet. Okay, just fine. Okay, so coming back to this, right? Okay, let's run this and see the output ourselves. Okay, this looks good. It has to be in center, of course. So you need to have, since it's a column, you can have cross-axis alignment as center. Okay, it's not coming in center. Okay, no problem. So it should be main axis alignment in center. Uh, okay, maybe the height is doing some shoes. This is the height of it, so it should be. Then probably this is also not working. So what you will do is we'll make this text align something. Text align dot center, so that this comes in center. And I wonder why it's not coming. So you can add align here as well. Oh, sorry, not here. Yeah, here itself, because columns can have alignment dot center. So this is wrong. Maybe let's try one more time with this. It looks good. Of course, this is little wrong, so we will have our own, which will be 0 for us and minus 0.89, something like this. Yeah, it looks good now. We'll have this as the final value. Okay, now we need to add the image. So okay, which is this color? Can you guess? So it's a scaffold background color. If we add a image on top of this column, so basically this container should be, this column should be wrapped in a, oops, multiple times I have it. So this should have a stack where, uh, 1 second. So I'm telling about this thing, that you have the column behind thing you have, but the foreground thing you don't have. So you will add a layer at the back, at the bottom part, which will be like you wrap in a stack. Okay, same thing that we have done for the home screen, and we will add image assets. Okay, and this time it will be same image, so it will be elephant.jpg, right? And what will be the height and width? So see whether it takes height and width by itself or not. So it is not taking, of course. So we will do, and let's see. So this is our image, which is, let's see. I'm hot restarting the app. Okay, and so this image, so the container, custom app bar. Then this is the expanded widget. Of course, the stack. Yeah, this is the image. So image's width is not proper. So to make that proper, we need to give width as media query dot of context dot size dot width, and then we have to do box fit dot fit width. Yes. So now it looks very much good, and you can see that some of the opacity is also gone, right? So we need to work on the lower part now. We are done with the first fractional sized box. Let's focus on the second one. So doing that, first let's add box decoration where we will have border radius, and we will have only on the vertical, which is top hand side, which will be 8. So let's see the output. It should be 0. What is that? Double can't be assigned to radius. Oops. Okay. So radius dot circular and then 8. So okay, even the color should go here, right? So as I said, it's a lot more, right? So it should be 20, and let's see the output. So the color, it should be 40. Yeah, so this is now correct, and we can see the image in the background. Why? That's why I have taken this as 0.65. If I would have taken it as 0.6, then there would be a white space. There would be a color like this, okay, which will be the wrong thing to do, right? Instead of this color, we have to use our scaffold background color itself. So we are going to use that, and here we go. We have fine screen now. So this is related for U text. So in this container, we will again start with column. Okay. So my first will be text, which will be wrapped in a padding widget. Okay. And this text will be strings dot, again related to U. So strings. Okay. Fine. So in the dashboard screen, it is there. Of course, we will format it and we can add some padding. So it will be symmetric, horizontal 16, vertical 8 is sufficient. Okay. Let's add. So this is here. Of course, we need to add a title to it, to style to it. So it will be in text styles. Dot. It should be a title text style, which we have not created yet. So this one is similar to this thing, right? So it will be button text style, and yes, it looks good. Of course, in this column we have to add cross axis alignment as a start, so that this text comes on the left hand side, and then vertical we can have 12. Yes, it looks good now. Or probably we can have 16 only. It will look much better. Then we will have this a row of elements. So this complete this one, and this one. We'll have it in a row. Okay. And so each item will be a column, right? Before I miss out, let me add these text for, so that we don't have to do it again and again. Life with a tiger. Okay. Then wild animals. Okay. Then our favorite one, which will be lorem ipsum, and I have text already copied for that, which is this thing. Okay, I don't want to get into this what is written, and it's already lorem ipsum text. So in our first column, so basically this is a column. Of course, I will use image dot. Before that, what is the height that it will take? Okay, so not going into that, let's do these items first, because I want these to take the remaining height. Okay, so I want to fix these heights first. Let's work on that. Okay, so we are in the column, we are in after row, we have some quick categories. So we will take this text, paste it here, and it will be not button text style, it will be title text, right? So title text style, and this is same to, you can say, nothing, right? So we will add greater than button, we will add 24 to it, and it will be 700. Let's change that thing. Okay, so it will be title text style. Then it will be, quick categories. So go to strings, quick categories. Okay, similarly we can add beer, lion, snake, and pets also. Beer, this will all be in caps. That also we can handle at our UI side, but let's do it here. And instead of snake I have reptiles, so I will use reptiles. What else I have? So I have bear, lion, reptiles, and pets. Okay, so it was difficult to find images which look like these. Okay, okay, fine. So we are in dashboard screen and we have quick categories with us. After that, we need a row of elements again, right? And this time again we will take a column for each item. So it will be a container, right, which will be having a decoration and box decoration, and it will have border radius of all, which will be 8, and color. This color is same to this one, so we'll go to landing screen, we will copy this color and put it here. Okay, then with this container, we have the container, we will add an image to it, which will be child image.asset. It will be assets slash gear.jpg, oh no, it's a png, and height and width we will decide, and before that we will also add some padding to all of our elements. It will be 12, and height will be 40, width will be 40, so it's square in shape. So this is one column. Below this we also need a text, okay, which will be our strings dot beer, and style we have not created. So we need to create this style which is very similar to this one, right? If I'm not wrong. So let's head on to text styles, tagline, big heading, body. So we will create a body to text style by using our body text style. Okay, so it will be body 2, or yeah, and it will have letter spacing of 1.2, so that the 1.3, then so that it has something. And color will of course will be with opacity 0.5 because it's very opaque. We will come back here and we'll use text styles dot body to text style. Now this is our one column. Similarly we will add three more. Okay, the second one will have lion, this will have lion. Okay, then the third one will be reptiles, this will be reptiles, and the fourth one will be pets, and this will be pets. So let's see the output now. It's longer time. Okay, very nice. Of course gap is not there, we have to add the gap now. So this row should have main axis alignment as space between, as well as main axis size as max, so that we have a specific gap here. We can add this in a padding widget, which will have symmetric horizontal padding, which will be 16, of course. And this is fine. We can increase the size of these boxes. I don't know why this color is showing something different. So we will try to use some other color for these. Let's head on to our design and what color we can use. So it seems that uh, this color will go or not. 8C5835. It's too dark, but let's take this one, 8C5835. 8C5835. Let's add it everywhere. And this is the drawback that you don't create common widgets. So I will tell you that you create common widgets out of these. We can take 50, 50. Even we can copy these two. For all we have to make it and run it. Okay, now that's good. At least it's better. And before this text, we can also have a size box added. Height will be 4. Let's see for 1. Okay, for this it is looking fine. So we will add similar size box on each column. Okay. Right, so it looks good now. What we need to do is this text boldness is less. So we will add 7 to it and we will restart the application because we need to do that as I told earlier. Okay, it looks great now. Also we can increase this. It's just fine. We'll just run it again and looks great. Okay, now we know what is remaining space, right? Now if I go back to this row, let's comment it out. I want to show you one thing, that I'm taking expanded widget and its style will be container with color as white. So you can see this is the space that we are left with, but we have to add some margin padding here, right? So we can add some size box so that we have some margin from bottom. Yeah, so this is the box that we have in our hand and we have to play with this, right? So are you fine with it? Okay, so now instead of this container, we are going to use this row. Okay, so cut it and use it as a child for your expanded. Okay, again for first column, which is this one, we are going to use image.asset, which will be assets dot slash tiger.jpg. If I'm not wrong, it should be jpg, tiger and then wilderness jpeg. Okay, so jpg this one, and below that we'll have text, which will be, and also it has some padding, right? So it will be symmetric, and padding is from top and bottom, so it will be vertical. 6 is fine because I don't want to waste my space. What will be the text? So strings dot life with tiger. What will be the style? So the style is similar to your this thing, quick categories. So let's see what we added. We added title text style. So style will be text styles dot title text style. What will be the subtitle? So it is similar to this one but very less font size, right? We'll go to text styles, we'll copy this body and we will write it as body 3. So body 3, font size 12, boldness is not at all there, or it's there a little bit, so we'll take 300. And because it's white, it is with opacity 0.8. Okay, so now after this padding, and yes, we need to add one more, which is now this time it will be Laura Nixon and it will be body 3, right? Which is fine. Of course, this has some line height as well. So height will be 1.2. Let's see what it takes. I'm a little confused on that. So let's run it and let's see what is the output. Okay. Of course, we have not bounded our image and everything like that. So we have to do that now. Okay. So let's say width will be media query dot off context dot size dot width into. So if you see this, it is taking almost 50% of the width each image, right? And of course this is wrong. It is a row. If I add to one more column, then how does it look? Okay, so first of all, if it's a row, then just add single child scroll view to it so that we can scroll. And also we need to make sure the axis, so scroll direction will be horizontal this time, and we can scroll it, right? Now as you can see that height is not correct, so we will do fit box fit height or fit width. It's not correct. So we need to see what is wrong. Bottom overflowed by 38. Okay, this is only one image. Where is the second one? Okay, both are same. That's why it's issue. Let's add the other one also, which is wild animals dot jpeg, and this time wild animals. Oh, okay. Let's see. Okay, fine. So after adding all these, okay, correct. Now what is happening is we have not bounded its total width. So let's not focus on this thing. Let's wrap this row, uh, not row, this column in a container, which will, make sure that the width is not more than screen width into half of the screen width. Okay, fine. So it's still taking. Okay, it's added only for this one. So what we will do is we will wrap the second column as well. And now you can see that it takes proper thing. Of course, we now have to fit the uh, the image with the height somehow. So what we can do is we can make this as expanded so that image takes, yes, that's nice. And what fit width? So this width should be similar to this one. It should work. It works now. Fine. So we need to, container is bound. Image should also be bound, just to make sure that the image is not playing with its own dimensions. That's why. Okay. And fit also we need to give to this. Okay. This image is not playing correctly. Let's see what is wrong with this. So image, oh yeah, got it. So basically this image.asset is not wrapped in expanded. That's why it's not taking the height as it should take. Okay, and this time for this one it should be fit height, right? And for this also height should work. It's not working. Probably you can do fill. Oh yeah, but it's yeah, this is nice. This is nice. uh, can we use contain? No, contain is wrong. Cover is okay, so we'll use cover for this one also. Let's see whether it works or not. Yeah, it works perfect. So this is nice. Now images are not proper, right? So we need to wrap this image.asset in clip rect so that they are have some border. They have some border. So clip rect will have border radius as 12. Similarly with the second image as well. And okay, so it has some. Okay, of course for each container there should be a margin, or we can add a size box in between, which will be having width of 10, and we can see there is sufficient gap. Now the one thing remaining is text is too much, as well as this is in center, everything is in center. So the column should have cross-axis alignment as start, and same thing to be applied for the second column, first column as well. Now it's okay. Of course, we need to have some margin from left and right hand side. So let's do that. So this is our row. This is expanded. Okay, so margin as insert symmetry. We'll take only left. We'll have 16. And let's see the output. Okay, so fair enough. This is nice. Good. Text is too much. Let's reduce the text. It should be only 3 lines. Otherwise, it's wrong. And as and when I reduce the text, image already got increased. So that was in mind altogether. Can be, yeah. So guys, I think I have taken fair amount of time of yours to explain this UI, and I think you will, at the end of this video, you have successfully learned how to create this type of UI, and which widgets to choose, how to choose, what are the things that you fall in issues with, and there are many ways to create these type of UIs. This is one of the way. So if you like my video, please hit the like button, and if you are not a subscriber, then do subscribe to my channel. Do support me. If you go to the description, there are many links how you can help me financially, by motivating me, by writing into comments, anything, by giving a star on the GitHub, or sharing it with your friends. So anything you do for me is all beneficial, and I will keep on creating contents for you. And yes, I will never. So you can, you can subscribe to my channel and also hit the bell icon so that you never miss out the content that I put in. And that's it. Thank you guys, and best of luck. All the best for your future.